Good day, I'm Arvin Hernandez and I'm here to present about my thesis entitled The Mathematical Modeling of Black Soldier Fly Larvae, Growth Performance Reared on Different Organic Substrates. And my thesis advisor is Dr. Christopher Ray S. Pamintuan. The rise in annual organic waste generation has become a key problem, as mismanagement may have serious negative effects on the environment. The utilization of insect larvae over the years has been studied and explored in valorizing organic waste, and this is done through the process of assimilation, in which the capability of the insect larvae to turn the organic waste into their biomass. The black soldier fly is a type of insect reared by utilizing various types of organic substrates as its diet, and developing and correlating mathematical models and equations to evaluate the growth performance and development of BSFL is vital for improving its production. In addressing the gap of the prior studies, this study attempted to first develop a mathematical model, specifically a growth equation that will predict the larval dry weight at a certain time, amount of feed, substrate composition, and temperature using power law model regression, and second, quantify the accuracy of the mathematical model through comparing the results from several experimental and non-experimental studies. Now, for the methodology, first for the data collection, gathering of data was performed from several studies that characterized different substrates as feedstock to BSFL. Available data were listed such as the larval dry weight, rearing duration or time, feed amount, crude protein, crude fat, and temperature. And a comprehensive data set was aggregated from 10 different literatures totaling 2,049 observations. And the variation of substrates include organic side streams, manures, and byproducts. The overall total of 2,049 observations was reduced to 237 observations, resulting into two sets of data points. Model 1 with a set of 2,049 data points, and this is the combined overall observations. Model 2 with a set of 237 data points, and this is the combined average observations. And in both of these models, training and validation sets were employed. 70% of the 70% of the data set is for the training set, while the remaining 30% is for the validation set. And this is done by randomization. And for the evaluation and validation of the predictive models, the coefficient of determination R squared and the root mean square error values were calculated. Now, power law model regression was carried out. Power law model regression is a common nonlinear regression that correlates relationship between variables. For example, x and y. Y as the response, the output, or the dependent variable is proportional to x, the input or the predictor or the independent variable raised to a power. And in this study, the dependent variable is the larval dry weight, while the independent variables are the time, feed amount, crude protein, crude fat, and temperature. Now, for the results and discussion, Table 1 shows the coefficients of the regression equation for Model 1, and the significant regression equation formed is presented below. Table 2 shows the coefficients of the regression equation for Model 2, and the significant regression equation formed for Model 2 is presented below. Now, F-test was conducted to quantify whether each dataset is a good fit for a power law model, and the results showed the significant relationship exists between the variables or the parameters, and that the model is valid. The derived statistical equations were significant in predicting the larval dry weight, with Model 1 F-stat value of 1293.29 and a p-value of less than 0.0001, and for Model 2, F-stat value of 198.84 and a p-value of 0.0001. Now, the performance of predictive models again was validated with the R squared and RMSE values, and the model is valid since the F stat is greater than the F critical criterion. And from table 3, it shows that for both model 1 and model 2, the F stat values are greater than the F critical value. And for the training RMSE, model 1 0.0522, model 2 0.0488, and the validation RMSE for Model 1, 0.0513, and for Model 2, 0.0464. The gap between the training and validation RMSE is small and negligible, hence the model is valid. Now, to further validate the predictive models, the parameters that did not affect the dependent variable were determined, and the results showed that for Model 1, crude protein is not affecting the larval dry weight at alpha 0.05. And for Model 2, both the crude protein and crude fat are not affecting the larval dry weight at 5% significance. However, omitting these parameters resulted with almost the same R squared value. For example, in Model 2 with R squared of 0.8514. Possible explanations for this is that first, the amount of feed is already included as one of the parameters in the regression equation. Second is collinearity with the feed amount. Effects get absorbed with, Effects get absorbed by the amount of feed, leaving the crude protein and crude fat with near zero coefficients as can be seen in table 1 and 2. Now, figure 1 and 2 shows the average larval dry weight estimated by both model 1 and model 2. And it can be observed that the BSFL growth is significantly affected by the rearing duration, the amount of feed, substrate composition, and temperature. Again, from figure 1 and 2, the results show that the BSFL is significantly affected particularly by the feed amount and temperature. These are the worth adding parameters. For model 1, the coefficients resulted with negative 0.0809, model 2 negative 0.13, and for temperature, for model 1, coefficients of F equals negative 12.5288, and for model 2 negative 8.9661. It resulted in negative values, signifying that an increase in these variables can result in a decrease in the larval dry weight. Um, the amount of feed obtained from various data sources that was used in this study almost followed the ideal feeding rate of 0.1 grams per larva per day for BSFL, and similarly, the temperature data used in this study were closer to the optimal temperature of 30 degrees Celsius for BSFL. Hence, increasing the feeding rate could result in unhealthy growth due to oversupply, and extreme temperatures could result in slower growth as insects in general cannot function or live in higher temperatures. Now, figure 3 and 4 shows the scatter plots of actual and predicted larval dry weight both for Model 1 and Model 2. The data points are scattered around the 45 degrees straight line, and the predictive model was relatively able to predict the larval dry weight on both ends with no actual pattern observed. However, a completely best fitted model involving biological systems are hard to attain as uncertainties in data are commonly observed and encountered. Now, finally, for the growth rate, figure 5 shows the growth rate plot and the scaling factor for the independent variable time t for both regression equations resulted with b greater than 1, meaning that the growth rate accelerates over time and that the BSFL develops and grows at an accelerated pace in an upward curving shape. This agrees with the power law growth model, and in biological systems, power law relationships are commonly observed. BSFL develops in a manner that is not entirely linear, but exhibit power law scaling instead. Power law scaling in biological systems that are complex and complicated, it simplifies to a predictable model. Now, in comparison with other growth models in this study, the exponential and nonlinear models resulted in a relatively better results as they better capture natural and biological growth dynamics. For example, in nonlinear models, it have a carrying capacity that better explain growth behavior over time. But in this study, the nature of data favored power law behavior resulting in a good predictive model as validated with the goodness of fit metrics. Now, as an example for the BSFL conversion in a large-scale setting, the city of Manila has a predicted 2025 daily waste generation of 1,174 tons, in which 49.88% is biodegradable or organics. From figure 5, it shows that the maximum growth rate was observed on day 14 for model 2, and with this, approximately 1,133 tons of BSFL biomass can be produced in 14 days from the generation of 586 tons per day of biodegradable or organic waste for 2025 in the city of Manila utilizing Model 2. Now for the conclusion, first, the power law model regression was used to develop two mathematical models, and the results showed that the variables used in this study proved to be suitable and effective parameters in predicting and determining the growth performance of BSFL. Second, the amount of feed, temperature, and the substrate quality affects the BSFL growth, performance, and development. The derived mathematical models were successful in predicting the larval dry weights with the goodness of fit metrics, the R squared and RMSE values for Model 1 and Model 2. And finally, the development of the predictive models equations offered an avenue of fittingly determining larval dry weight non-experimentally for a more efficient and effective possible large-scale implementation. For the recommendation, first, adding additional parameters such as pH conditions, moisture content in feed, relative humidity, airflow rate, and other substrate compositions to the predictive model can be used for a new mathematical model. The dependent or response variable can be transformed to other parameters, and other growth models utilizing or using different fitting functions can be carried out for future studies. And the power law model regression used in this study can be further improved by modifying the equation through the addition of a limiting factor and carrying capacity constant. And further complex modeling such as nonlinear models are also recommended. And multiple linear regressions can also be adapted for more comprehensive and accurate results. And these are the references used in this study. That's the end of my presentation. I'm Arvin Hernandez, and this is my presentation for the CBMAS 74th Research Colloquium for the second term 2024 to 2025. Thank you.